Should I probably have posted this on TikTok? Yes. Am I terrified of TikTok? Yes. I have a potentially very weird video idea, but a potentially very interesting video idea as well. But basically, I'm on TikTok a lot and I saw this product called the Bisou balm. And I was like, this is a really beautiful product, but it's also kind of expensive. And I don't really need another lip product right now. So I was like, how can I get the look of the Bisou balm using products I already have? And I was like, what if I documented this journey? Because I just spent the last 10 minutes experimenting with different products. So let's try out a few ways together to try to get the look of the Bisou balm without dropping the 34 euros on one lipstick. Okay? Okay. If you don't know about the Bisou balm, it's from a French company called Violette, and it's a very just been kissed, slightly messy, smudgy, and definitely very powdery is the word that I would use to describe it. Like, I imagine the formula is kind of dry to get that kind of smudgy, powdery look, and it doesn't have any lip liner, clearly defined lip lines. Also, all these white spatters on my shirt are from me brushing my teeth. This is not anything gross, just... Actually, it is kind of gross, isn't it? But they're not that bad in person, but they're really standing out on camera. So I just cover it with my hair. That's why I have so much. I really love the look of this product, and there's something so like effortlessly chic about it. So I thought I want to buy it. But then when I saw the price tag, I was like, I don't want to buy it, but I can get the look. So let's try a few different things. So the first thing I thought that I would try was this lipstick that I bought. This is a Shiseido lipstick. I bought it on sale. Let's see how this feels on the lips. This is a gel lipstick in the shade Metropolit. This is in the shade Metropolis. This is the Shiseido Visionary Gel Lipstick. So the formula of this is really special because it's super slick. Like, it's super smudgy. It has absolutely no staying power. And it's kind of shiny because of how gel it is. But I thought that that might be good for the look that we're trying to get today. So I have on my lips right now just some lip balm. I can just rub it in a little bit because lip prep is really important, and I'm actually gonna take this super seriously and use this MAC lip prep and prime that I've had for years. I always just forget to use it because it's just an extra product, but this is just a paraffin based stick that just helps your lipstick sit better. You can use any lip balm you have. You don't need to buy this at all. That's the whole point of this video, is to show you that you can get the look without needing to spend money. Because I guarantee you that drawer full of makeup products, you can get the look you want out of it. So I'm just gonna tap this on. I look crazy, but I'm being a little bit messy because Bisou balm is messy. Then with my finger, I'm just gonna smudge. Now, I am cleaning up the messy bits on the border of my lips, but I also want the border to be kind of faded and messy. Clean up. I think that there's actually not enough color. So now I'm going to take the lipstick. I'm going to go in with my finger first and then apply it. You can see that this lipstick is super messy to apply. It goes out of your lip line like super fast. And you can't wear it to its full pigmentation either because it's just, the formula is too slippery. It's too gel. So you kind of have to wear it in thin layers. So I thought that this might be a good way to test the Bisou balm look. I mean, already I kind of feel like we're there. They don't have this shade exactly, but it could be like a version or a swatch of like a very neutral shade of the Bisou balm. So let me just shut up and show you guys for a second. And now the next thing that I'm going to do is a little extra step, because when I was looking at this and comparing it with the pictures of the actual Bisou balm, it looks a lot more matte and a lot more powdery. So I'm just taking some setting powder with this tiny little brush, this fluffy brush that I have, and I'm just putting it on like this. It is lightening the color a bit, but that's just kind of how it's gonna be. I'm trying not to like inhale it or eat it too much. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I feel like I would wear this out in a Bisou balm way 100%. And I think the fact that it lightened the color a bit kind of helps the color look more like a Bisou balm color. I have a lot more lip lines than a lot of lip models, obviously, because I'm a normal person, but this was the first thing I thought of. The the most wearable bisou balm color for me would be my favorite lipstick color as a bisou balm. So this is my favorite lipstick in the world ever, and it's really weird because it's actually discontinued. This is from a brand called Beauty Act, which is like a store brand of a Swedish makeup store called Kicks, and they make like affordable, quite good makeup and skincare. And this was on sale. So Swedish makeup stores always have a sale section, and I bought this for like 30 crowns, which is like €3 or $3 basically. And it ended up being my favorite color ever. It's called Toffee Hour, and they don't make it anymore, and I only have this much left, but I love this color. It's so fall. It's like the perfect nude for me, and it's a very nice like satin kind of glossy finish, but we don't want that finish for the bisou balm. So let's see how it goes to turn it into the bisou balm. So at first, just put it on. I just love this color. It's so like spicy and pretty. Now with my finger, I just help it look a bit more blurred, especially on the edges. You can see this is how it would look normally, and this is how it looks after I blur the edges a bit. It kind of has that messy vibe now that the bisou balm has. I kind of wanted to go out the edges a bit more though. I feel like you definitely need to have a certain lip shape to be able to pull that off, or like really big lips, which I don't. So for this one, instead of the brush, I think I'm going to use my finger to use the... I'm just going to go in with my finger for the powder, because I think that the brush will maybe make it stick to the wrong parts because it is a satin formula. So I think my finger will just be the most even application. So I'm just taking setting powder and just tap, tap, tap. Okay. I feel like it's muting the color more than I want it to, but I also think that the texture is better. Like it's more powdery and matte now. If you're wondering how setting powder feels to wear on the lips, by the way, it's extremely comfortable. You don't even know it's there. It's so finely milled that like it doesn't feel grainy or sandy or anything like that. It used to be a big hack back in like the 2016 days to like make any lipstick matte, when matte lipstick was a trend. People would just put setting powder or arrowroot powder, I remember, was a really popular one as well. So this is what it looks like. This is my favorite lipstick as bisou balm. Would I wear this outside? Maybe. It definitely makes the lipstick have a different vibe though. Like the lipstick was definitely very fall before. This is maybe more spring to me, but other than that, I don't think it looks bad. To me, it does right now. I feel like it looks like I have bisou balm on, but the color is the main thing. Like they have very red, very pink, very bright colors. So let's see what happens. I have a couple more ways for us to test this. If I was at home for some reason watching this girl's videos, me, and she was showing me how to make bisou balm, what lipstick would most people have in their house? I would say a MAC is a pretty classic lipstick that everybody has. This is MAC Whirl. It's just a pretty nude. And then I'm just gonna put this on and then see if that works with the vibe that we want. So I'm just gonna put on the Prep and Prime. This is how Whirl looks. Okay. I would say the biggest difference texturally, the upper lip is not that bad, but the lines on the lower lip definitely make it look not as powdery as we wanted for the look we're going for. I don't want to keep saying bisou balm, but I kind of love saying it as well. It's so fun to say bisou balm. It's so fun. This is it smudged out. Now I'm gonna go in with the brush, and maybe instead of maybe we'll use loose setting powder for this, just to see, just to experiment. This is all about experimentation. It was going in my mouth a lot more than the pressed powder was, but it is easier to apply because it goes on smoother. What do we think? Is it giving bisou? I think the main thing I'm missing is the blurred edges, but I think that that's something that I just can't do with my lip shape because I have a pretty defined lip line, and if I were to go over it, I would just look messy, so I can't really do that. I hope you guys don't think this video is weird. The whole point of this was just to kind of experiment with getting the look of a decently expensive product with things that you already have at home. And I was doing that experimentation myself, so I was like, maybe I can just document it and see if I get anywhere and if anyone else wants to try this. So the last couple things I was thinking, so when I think of that really powdery, almost dry texture of bisou balm, I think of lip liner, because a lot of lip liner, do you see, it's got that powdery, dry vibe that we want from the bisou balm. Like, So I was thinking, why don't we try this? Again, the color is not exactly a bright red or bright pink, but this is what I have, so I'm going to make the most of it. And anyway, I think that that's a good thing that I'm not using crazy colors, because if I don't wear crazy colors, like I don't wear red, I don't wear pink, so if I were to buy a bisou balm in a crazy red or crazy pink, I probably wouldn't wear it, because I only wear browns and nudes and very muted colors. And now I'm just gonna color in my lip with this. And because the lip liner obviously has a very precise pencil, I can also kind of toe the line with blurring the edges of my lips. I just drew on my face. Oh no. Did I get it all? This lip liner is more purple than I realized when I'm looking at it on my entire lip. But something to note about the bisou balm is that it's not satin and it's not shine. It is definitely a powdery formula, but it doesn't look matte. This looks like matte lipstick when I've, covered my lips in lip liner. And let's give it a chance anyway. This might be the closest we've gotten yet. Does it need the setting powder? I don't think it does. What do you think? I feel like that's a pretty good dupe if you have the right color. Like, I would wear this out, I feel like 100%, maybe with gloss on top. But if I was going for the bisou balm look, I could just wear this out for sure, especially in a different color maybe. Let's try the setting powder now that we've tested the lip liner anyway, just for funsies. Yeah, I think that the powder maybe makes it too matte, so I think the lip liner formula is best on its own. I feel like this looks too messy. I feel like it looks like smudged lipstick. I need to like clean up the edges. Like, this is not giving chic, messy French girl at all. So yeah, that's it with the baking powder, the setting powder. Like, if I was just going about my day and you saw my lips, you'd be like, wow, they're purple. And they are. And you would be right. I have to try this with one bright color. One color that bisou balm would actually have. And the only thing I had in such a bright color was this Milk Makeup blush stick. This is in the shade Quirk. And I know this is a lip and cheek stick, but I never use it on my lips. I only use it as blush. So this is the brightest pink that I own. So let's see how this looks. So I'm just going to use my finger to put it on. And I saved this for last because I feel like this one might be the most convincing. But again, this is all speculation. It's fun and games. It's experimentation. It's girl in her room trying makeup. It's not meant to be anything groundbreaking. Wait. I have to be really light-handed because this blush has a dewy finish and it won't look powdery and matte enough if I go in too heavy. So I'm not using a lot, as you can see. This might be the best one yet. I want it to be a little bit more pigmented though, because hey, we're doing the color. Let's go all in with the color. How is that? I feel like it looks so messy. I feel like it looks like a kid who got into my mom's makeup. I can't with these messy edges. I know that that's how it's supposed to look, but I'm not okay with that. Okay, let's setting powder it up. I'm gonna use the loose powder again because I really want this one to be the one. I'm gonna stipple it in just a little bit. What do we think? Guys, could this be the dupe? I think if you had the same blush in like a more reddish pink or like a more typical violette swatch, I feel like this is the most like authentic to the brand look. This could be like a light pink swatch of the bisou balm, I feel like. Okay, so now, as every good scientist does, I have to evaluate my findings a little bit. Firstly, obviously, this is meant for me to find a wearable dupe for the bisou balm look. So I'm not going to try crazy swatches. I'm going to use products that I have, and I have a lot of browns and nudes. I don't have a whole lot of reds and pinks. I don't have any. So I don't really wear that. So that's not my scene. So I feel like for me, this was a success because now I have a few ways to get my existing products to look like that powdery matte sheared out look that we want out of the bisou balm. My camera is just slowly sliding down. Stay there. And the other feedback I would give myself is that something to keep in mind with this is that the setting powder you use obviously affects how matte it will be. So the one I use is pink, so it makes every shade lighter. So there's that. And obviously the bisou balm application and the person who's wearing it makes a bigger difference than you think. The girl in the TikTok that I watched of this product has huge lips, and they look so good on her because it just looks like so like effortless and colorful. It's like a pop of color, but like washed over. Like it just looks really beautiful on her. And I don't have lips like that. If I were to overline here, I would look like I ate paint. So it's not going to give the same look that it does in the product photos because my lips don't look like that. And neither do most people's. So this is kind of my take on it and my version of it. And I was literally just sitting in front of my mirror experimenting with all my different lipsticks and seeing how I can get this look. And I was like, why don't I document my findings and compare it side by side and post it? And maybe I can do this with other products too, but this is just what I was doing today. So I thought I'd post about it. But yeah, that's all I wanted to share with you today. Au revoir.